Hey guys, I created a team of AI copywriters to write me everything from ad copy to VSLs to sales letters to cold emails. And I'm going to show you how it works right now. So first, let's start by opening up our chat window to run a test. I'm going to drop in my prompt, and the prompt is just going to be, please write me a cold email sequence based on best practices targeting plumbers. The offer is we guarantee them 10 new clients in 3 weeks or they don't pay. I'm going to go ahead and send this off. And right away, you can see that it's hit our AI node over here, and now it is routed properly to the cold email copywriter. All right, looks like it finished. Let's go ahead over and check out our email copy. And you can see here we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 beautifully crafted cold emails based on best practices for cold email outreach. Now let's head back over here and let's say, please write me a VSL script for the same offer. And you can see it went right to the VSL agent. All right, looks like that just finished. Let's check out our sheet. And you can see here a completely different style of copy because it is a script and it's for a VSL. So it's structured in a way that is based on dozens and dozens of VSL inputs. So let's walk through how this is built. First off, we're using a chat message to trigger this. In our OpenAI node, we're just using 4.1 mini, and then we are using simple memory. Let's take a look at our copy assistant. Our copy assistant is using the user message from the chat input. We're using a system message that we've prompted. I'll show you it here. You can see we've got our context, instructions, tools, examples, SOP, and then final notes. And then from each of these, we're routing to individual workflows. Coming over to our agents, you can see that I've added a name, and then I've just provided a brief description for this agent. So call this tool whenever the user requests, and then whatever the thing is. So in this case, add copy. We're just providing a little bit of context so it knows when to use the tool. And the same for each of these. VSL script, call this tool whenever the user requests a VSL script. Sales letter, cold email sequence, etc. Now let's take a look at each of these individual workflows. Okay, so here I've got my cold email copywriter sub workflow. And within this, you can just see that we're accepting all data. And then when I open up my assistant, you can see that we are messaging an assistant, and then I've selected an assistant from my OpenAI account. Now to create this, all you have to do is go into your OpenAI account, head over to your dashboard and then assistants, and you can create an assistant. Now for this, I'm looking at my cold email copywriter, this guy right here. And this is where all the context is. So you'll notice in this workflow, there's not a whole lot. The only thing we really have is a JSON.query for our user message, but it doesn't really have a system prompt. It doesn't have any context, doesn't know anything about what to do or how to do it. It's doing all of that inside of your OpenAI dashboard. And so right here, we've named the assistant. We've added a system prompt for this particular function, right? So for this one, it's writing cold email copy. And then we've added a ton of files documenting exactly how we want it to write cold email copy. So we've given it examples, we've given it guides, best practices. And what we want to do is just load it up with all the data it needs to pull on to create the best converting cold email copy. Once we've done this and we've toggled on file search, this assistant will then be visible inside of our account. And so right here, we're just selecting the correct assistant, and then we're adding in our user prompt, and we're done. And for our edit fields node, we're just setting our response to JSON.output. Heading back over to our main workflow, you can see how this assistant is accessing all of these individual agents. And then all we have it doing is outputting to a Google Doc. So we're updating the Google Doc based on an ID that I've given it. And then the JSON.output is the body of the page. So guys, if you found that helpful, do me a favor, give me a like and subscribe. Don't forget to comment down below with any future builds you'd like to see. And if you want this or similar builds, you can just head on over to my free school community and go download them for free. With that being said, I look forward to seeing you in the next video.